The guiding principle of Pisces is sacrifice. When we look back at the more than 2,000 years of Pisces, we see the common thread of sacrifice manifesting many times. The keynote was set in place by Jesus with his great sacrifice on the cross. After this, many of his disciples, inspired by his example, sacrificed their lives and fortunes. Then, after the churches obtained a foothold, the people were encouraged to sacrifice all the wealth possible to the church. Many of the great cathedrals were built during the Middle Ages by the sacrifice of the common people. Indeed, the lesson to be learned in this passing age centers on sacrifice, but has the appropriate lesson been assimilated? To understand, we must look at the principle, which is this: sacrifice is the giving up of the lower for the higher, of things that are desirable for something better. In other words, making a sacrifice is not a lose-lose situation. Instead, it is one of lose-win, with the win being greater than the loss. There is no such thing as giving and getting nothing in return. There is always a return, but not always in kind. There are two ways that this principle can manifest. One is in reality, and the other in illusion. In both situations, the person is hoping for a greater benefit than the required sacrifice, but only in the first is the full benefit possible. Here are some examples of the two sacrifices. Sacrifice in illusion. 1. Giving money and time to religious authorities thinking you will obtain a better spot in heaven. 2. Supporting higher taxes thinking your money will be spent efficiently. 3. Giving your life in a suicide bombing thinking God will give you a hero's welcome after death. Sacrifice in reality. 1. Sacrificing money and time to a sound business idea that may bring real financial rewards. 2. Giving of your time to growing a garden in the hope of getting fresh and healthy products. 3. Sacrificing time and money to learn a skill that will make your life much more rewarding. The sacrifice in illusion is not a total waste, though. In the evolution of the soul, each of us goes through the sacrifice in illusion before we obtain the wisdom to become firmly set upon sacrifice in reality. The very act of sacrifice, even in illusion, teaches the seeker discipline that he will find very useful after his eyes are open. During the past 2,000 years of the Piscean age, we seem to have been centered on the sacrifice of illusion mostly. We are finally learning not to give of our substance to one who merely claims to be God's representative, and that some type of service or benefit should be returned to us, not in some distant heaven, but right here upon the earth. The ministers, teachers, and gurus are constantly demanding money, time, and energy from their followers and only giving illusion in return. True sacrifice occurs when you give up something on one level to obtain a greater good on another level. Jesus demanded sacrifice even unto death, but he offered the reward of real soul contact and the lifting of much negative karma for the disciples. The authorities of the beast today want everything from us and give us nothing real in return. Sacrificing everything for nothing is a sin against all that is holy. Now we are entering the Aquarian age. The sacrifices made in illusion must be seen for what they are and be replaced with sacrifice in reality. We must keep the good from the passing age and press forward in learning the new.